Hi guys, welcome back to Get Free with Annie. That's me, I'm Annie. My channel is all about ways to get free. So time freedom is the most important. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So time freedom is when you don't have to trade your hour for a dollar amount of someone else's choosing. And that comes when you are financially free. So that's what I want this channel to be for you guys. I hope it helps you make decisions on what the best way for you is to get free, and let's get free together. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to another review with Get Free with Annie. That's me, I'm Annie. Let's jump right into this review. What is it? Real Ecom Automation is a done-for-you Walmart FBA automation service. What is Walmart FBA, you might be asking? If you've ever heard of Amazon FBA, it's the same thing. It's basically where you buy a bunch of products on Amazon or Walmart, and then you get them for cheaper from suppliers because you're getting them in bulk, and then you sell them on your store for a higher price and keep the difference. So basically what they are doing for you here is setting all of that up for you with Walmart. They used to do it with Amazon. They're doing it with Walmart now, and it is completely done for you. You literally just give them a ton of money and your trust, and then you do nothing. And they do all of it for you. They set up a complete store for you, and they literally handle every possible aspect of it. And then their goal is after a few months, you are breaking even and then raking in a ton of money after that. So basically, you give them a whole bunch of money, they set up a Walmart store for you, and then you start getting that money back, plus more, hopefully. Who was it created by? It was created by Dylan Baker and Rafael Vargas. Dylan Baker does have experience in the e-commerce space, claims to have made millions of dollars working on e-commerce automation. He pretty much manages the team of Real Ecom Empire. And then the other guy, Rafael Vargas, is the one who started this company, and he basically has no online e-commerce experience at all. He is a very successful real estate investor, and he has sold wholesaling training for real estate, but as far as e-commerce goes, he had zero experience before creating this. What's different about it? A lot is different about this one. It's using Walmart's fulfillment center rather than Amazon. Most e-commerce businesses that are teaching you automated e-commerce stores are teaching you how to do Amazon FBA. These guys used to teach Amazon FBA. They basically had the same exact program with Amazon, and then they switched it over to Walmart. So they are using Walmart's fulfillment center rather than Amazon. Another thing that's very different about it, it is literally completely done for you, like 100%. You give them a ton of money and all of your trust, and they literally build the whole store for you and do every single thing for you, and then they just give you a report like every month or so and tell you how you're doing. Another thing that's different about it, because it is so completely 100% done for you, it's literally costs more than how much I paid for a down payment on a house. It is crazy expensive, and they are pretty upfront about that. Another thing that's kind of different about it, it's created by someone who literally has no previous experience in the internet marketing or e-commerce space, and he's selling you an e-commerce done-for-you business. So that's pretty different. What's included? Basically just access to the services of Rafael Vargas and his team. You're basically becoming their partner, whereas you are an investor. They are doing everything for you, and then you receive a cut. So they build you an entire store and handle everything needed to grow it. How does it work? For you, You schedule a call with Vargas and his team. They are going to ask you questions about how much money you have in the bank and how much credit you are able to acquire, because that's important. You're going to need enough money to pay them for doing all of this for you, which is a lot. I'll talk about that later. And you're going to need enough credit to buy a whole bunch of inventory so that they can then sell all that for you and make you money from it. So then after your call with them to find out if you have enough money and enough credit to be able to do this, and they are pretty upfront about that, then you review your client service agreement. This is something that you probably would want to have a lawyer or an accountant look over and make sure everything is kosher, because you're literally trusting them to run an entire business with your name attached to it. So you want to know that they are not doing anything shady or illegal, and so you want to read all the stuff or have some legal or financial person read all the stuff. Then basically once your Walmart account is set up, you just sit back and you let Raphael and Dylan do everything for you, which basically they tell you they do all the product research. So they pick the right products to sell on Amazon, and then they create your listing in your store on Walmart. So that's pretty complex. You've got to have good photos and good copy and follow all the rules of selling on Walmart and make sure everything looks nice. So they do all that for you. Then they select a supplier. They manage the inventory. They decide about shipping and order processing. They decide about returns. They deal with all that. They take care of order tracking. They take care of customer service. They take care of collecting reviews. They take care of scaling it for you. They literally do everything for you, and then they just tell you what's going on. They show you some reports on how you're doing, and you just sit back and hope that the money rolls in. Obviously, if you have more money to start out with or more credit to start out with, then they can scale your business faster. That's really scary. You have to just open up a ton of lines of credit if you don't already have that, and use that to let them buy products and then hopefully sell those products so that you can make that money back. That is scary. You are basically getting yourself into a whole bunch of debt, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of debt, and you're just putting your trust in these guys that they are gonna get that back for you. One thing that is really cool is using all of these credit cards and lines of credit. If they really do end up making you a ton of money back from that, you not only get that money back from that in profits, but you get all the credit card points and cash back from using all those thousands of dollars in credit. And let me tell you, that is a lot. If you're opening up $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in lines of credit and using that right away, and then they're making you money, and you end up paying those credit cards off fast, you're gonna have so much credit card points. I mean, you're gonna be able to take trips for free and fly in first class and have your hotels paid for. You just need about minimum $40,000 in credit. And then lastly, they will end up taking 25% of product sales, and you get to keep 75%. That's not bad for letting them do all the work. However, you are the one taking all the risk. So who would this be for? You've got $25,000 burning a hole in your pocket. You've got really, really good credit or tons and tons of credit available to you, and you want to start an online business without having to do any work at all. You just want to invest a chunk of money and have somebody build a business for you and sit back and hopefully watch the money roll in. You don't mind after a few years if the creator of your business moves on and you have to start all over, that's okay. You have enough money. It's not that big of a risk. You really just want somebody else to make a business for you. That's who this would be for. Who is this not for? You want to have an online business that you can make money from for years to come because you have learned how to do it yourself. Also, if you do not have $25,000 in cash and $30,000 to $50,000 in credit, this would not be for you. Pros. Here are some of the pros that they say about themselves. I'm going to give you mine. There are a solid amount of reviews that say his services are trustworthy. It is almost completely done for you, so it is 99% passive. And Vargas is pretty honest about the fact that it will take at least 90 days to see any return on your money. And they are also honest about how much money and credit you will need in order to start this business. Another really good pro, there is an 18-month money back guarantee, which is pretty amazing. I'll go over that more in a minute. Cons, you basically need $25,000 in upfront cost for them to build this for you, and then you need $30,000 to $50,000 on a credit card in order to purchase inventory. So it is really not reasonable or affordable. Also, Vargas is basically doing everything for you, so you really have to trust that he's going to make you successful, and you have to trust that he's not going to do anything shady. You are basically a passenger in your own business, and if he decides that he doesn't want to do this anymore, then you're not going to have a business anymore. Testimonials and other reviews. There are some good testimonials where people were saying the system works and it's all done for you, so it's super easy. But I did feel a little bit like these could be easily paid testimonials. I have no way of knowing if that's true, but it's just kind of the vibe that I get. What does it cost? You have to book a call to find out exactly, but from all the reviews online, it sounds like it's about $25,000 to have them set this all up for you, and then you do need a minimum, they say, of $30,000 to $50,000 in credit. Is there a guarantee or refund? They do say that there is an 18-month money-back guarantee. That is crazy. He says that he would refund you the difference of what you invested minus how much money your store made, obviously. He's not going to refund you money that you did make from your store, but if you want your money back after 18 months, he will give you what you have lost. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what's involved in that. It seems like a pretty legit refund policy, but also make sure you have your lawyer or your accountant or somebody very educated read over the fine print on that before you sign anything too, because $25,000 is a whole lot of money. Couple frequently asked questions I'm going to go over. What happens if we get suspended? Because your Walmart and or Amazon marketplace can get suspended. It looks like he hasn't really updated this since he was doing Amazon, but it's kind of the same for Walmart too. You can get suspended. He does tell you right here up front that you always have the potential for suspension, so if you're not comfortable with that, do not invest in this. How soon can you get my store up and running? Basically, he's saying almost immediately. So as soon as you have everything set up, your money is given to them, your credit is available, your onboarding process is done, they will start setting up your store right away. How is your team compensated for running your store? Basically, they get a percentage of whatever they sell. So they get 25% of the net profit and you get 75%. So that does give them a good incentive to make you successful and to sell more, because if they sell more, then you make more and they make more because they get a percentage of what you make. So that's pretty cool. Can you write off the team's costs as an expense to the business? This one I would definitely have an educated tax team go over with you, because this could get tricky because you're basically partnered with these guys who are doing everything for you. So you want to really find out what you would be able to write off as far as your initial investment and the team expenses, if you're allowed to write their expenses off as your own, stuff like that. That would be really interesting to find out. Just remember, writing stuff off doesn't mean you get all of it back. So if you're paying $25,000 to start this program, that doesn't mean you can write that off on your taxes and you're going to get $25,000 back. Just remember that. This question I'm a bit skeptical on. If you sell all these stores to all these people, wouldn't we be competing? They say absolutely not. Walmart Marketplace has hundreds of millions of profitable products available to drop shipping, so stores do not compete. That's hard for me to accept because it seems like if you're picking all of the best products, even if there's hundreds of millions of profitable products, you want to be successful, so you're picking all the top products. And so then if you end up doing this for a bunch of people, if you let too many people in, you are going to end up competing against each other and everybody's going to end up making less. I would think. Just my thought. This is a good one. How long does it take to hit 100K per month? There's definitely never going to be a set in stone answer to this, but what they are saying is that with their experience, they're seeing about 6 months to a year to take a brand new store to 100,000 per month in sales. So my final thoughts, $25,000 is an insane price. $30,000 to $50,000 in credit is an insane amount. There are really good courses available that teach you how to build your own business and still give you a ton of done-for-you content for a couple $1,000s rather than $25,000 and a bunch of debt. That is a ton of risk. However, if you are super lazy and have a bunch of money that you want to invest in a business, this might be one that could potentially be making you money on autopilot within 6 to 12 months. A lot of money. My final verdict, I can't in good conscience recommend this to anyone. $25,000 is such a ridiculous amount of money to ask people to invest when there are legitimate courses teaching you how to build your own passive income. Yes, everything is done for you, and I am a lazy human at heart. I like my free time, so this sounds really nice, but you really have no control over this business at all. If Vargas decides he doesn't want to do Walmart FBA anymore, like he recently did with Amazon, then what? You have no idea what he was doing because he did it all for you, so you don't have a business anymore. And then if he does anything shady or illegal, your name is on that. So that's just kind of scary to me. That's huge amounts of risk. When I started my passive income online journey, there were so many gurus saying they could help make money online with just a few clicks of a button. It sounded wonderful, and I just kept buying them and getting shiny object syndrome and finding out that you do have to put in work with no matter what you choose. And I just kept thinking I'd find one that would be super easy eventually because all these other people seem to be making money without doing any work, so why couldn't I? But that's not real. That is a marketing tactic to get you to buy a course or product. So knowing that every single course was going to take work, finding that out, what I started looking for instead was a course that was upfront about the work that you were going to have to put in and the software that you were going to have to pay for and the price, because those are the courses that are real and will actually show you step by step what to do and how to make your first dollar and how to scale it from there. Then you have your own business you can grow. You have control over it. You can make money of it from the rest of your life. You can give it to your kids so that they can make passive income too. That's what you really want in a business. So after $50,000 plus, yes, testing different courses out, I finally found one that teaches you a practical way to make long-term passive income. It shows you more than one way too. So if you realize that you don't like one aspect of it, you can leave that out and use the rest. So if you realize like that you don't like one aspect of it or something, you can leave that out and then use the rest. For example, I do not like Facebook ads. I don't like going on Facebook. I don't like using Facebook advertising. It's frustrating and expensive and risky. So this course teaches Google SEO. It teaches YouTube. It teaches TikTok. It teaches Pinterest. So you can decide, you can pick one or two of those avenues that you like using. I love Pinterest and I enjoy YouTube and I enjoy TikTok. You can use those. You don't have to use Facebook. They teach you it if you want to though, so you can. So again, if you like don't want to show your face on YouTube, it shows you how to do that too. It gives you an entire webinar for free so that you can know every single thing that's included and how it works, so there will be no surprises. And my favorite thing about it even gives you an entire second account for free, literally just an entire second account. Software, templates, like everything, it's included. Everything in the first account is included in the second account. So that you basically can just have somebody to do it with to keep each other motivated and bounce ideas off each other, so you can have support, so you're not doing it alone. You can do it with your spouse, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your coworker, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kid, your bestie. You can literally just have like a business partner. You guys can even split the cost of it and then just do it together and like make a business out of it. I just think that's so cool. Like the creator actually realized that people will likely be more successful if they're not doing this alone. So I just think that is cool. I love that about this, and I hope that I don't sound salesy because I'm not trying to sell you. If you're watching this video, then you are probably looking for a good practical way to make passive income. I will put the link in the description below. And thank you for tuning in for another review with Get Free with Annie. Go out and get free, friends.